The second hour, we're going to talk to Sennitta, right?
Yes.
I did it right.
Yes, you did.
Sennitta Conyers, how you doing?
Good, and yourself?
Good. And then 4:30, we'll talk to Michael O'Connor. Sennitta, of course, a lot of folks know your dad.
Yes.
Reverend Conyers, Sammy Conyers. How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's enjoying his time in Atlanta. Mrs. Frederick's nothing like home, and he'll be back tomorrow to visit.
Well, we miss him too, so it'll be good to see him. And you're running for alderman, so tell us a little bit about yourself, professionally, personally. If someone's tuning in, they want to know who Sennitta Conyers is. Who is she?
All right. I'm a Frederick resident for the past 16 years, proud graduate of Governor Thomas Johnson High School, and a graduate of Frederick Community College. I currently work at Fort Detrick. I'm a contractor. And I went to school in Miami. I finished up my bachelor's in political science, public administration, and I'm involved in the community. I serve as the vice president for the Republican Club of Frederick County.
All right. And you're running for alderman. What made you make that decision? Sennitta, what did you say, I like to be an alderman? Maybe it's something you're upset with, or maybe it was that you just feel that you have a great skill set to offer the citizens of the city of Frederick. What put you over the top? Because it's a
Yes,
big decision.
It is an extremely big decision, being that I was 26 and told my parents, and they just couldn't believe it. What really got me was the fact that I moved back to Frederick after graduating from college. I could have moved anywhere else, but I have a love for this city. And I realized that Frederick is truly changing, and we need more leadership to signify that change. So we need more people with fresh ideas, wanting to really get out there in the community and know how to reach other people. And I do have the skill set of being able to communicate with people and make people feel, wanted and just good and want to be involved.
Okay. You talk about some of the fresh ideas. Hit us with some. What are some of the fresh ideas, if elected to the Board of Aldermen, would Sennitta Conyers bring up for discussion?
I would like to increase our education commission. Besides just having one representative from the Board of Education, we have some city schools, and then we have our county schools. And it looks like our county schools are doing at a better rate than our city schools. And so being that I speak in the city schools for the past 4 years, I volunteer, and I go out and talk to ninth graders about the importance of making plans for their future, education, trades, things like that. I'm seeing the disparities between the county schools and the city schools and the levels our students are on. So I would like to get more parents, involved and show them that there's community leaders that are concerned about their children and kind of push the parents as well. So that's one of the major things I would like to do. Okay,
so really pushing the education component in the city.
Yes.
What are some of the other fresh ideas that you have, if elected, or part of your platform?
Part of the platform is more leadership development, and not just as an adult, but I feel that if we really start targeting our youth, that would help with the issues that we're having with crime. Because you have young people who are not in school, that are just hanging out. I know in my community of Lake Coventry, ran into a lot of young people that are just out playing basketball, and they're 18, 19, 20, no jobs, and just playing. So what happens when summer is over? Where are they going to go? What's going to happen? If they don't have a job, they're going to either turn to the streets, or parents have to take care of them. So I'm seeing that if we really target our youth, we can help out with, one, decreasing our crime. We can instill leadership values, because we are role models to other people. So those are some of the major things. And in one, getting more police involved in the West End.
Okay. And what are some of the things now? I think targeting youth at an early age is a great idea. Are there any specific type of ideas, plans that you've seen in other communities that maybe you like to try here, or do you have some other ideas?
Yes, I think it would be great if we can start a mentoring program and start with our elementary kids. Because with me speaking with the ninth graders, their mindset are already set. Some just feel they're going to drop out of school, or my parents are going to pay for college, so there's no need to work extra hard. So if we start targeting our kids at a younger age, teaching them to respect law enforcement, to respect authority, and that would help out. I'd also believe that we should start doing some more bookmobiles and start donating books to our children, so that way they'll be able to read at a better level, start increasing in their math scores. So these are things that have been occurring in other communities. And while I was in college, these are things that we did. We adopted area schools and gave back.
Talking to Sennitta Conyers, Republican candidate for alderman. Taxes, where do you stand on taxes?
For taxes, we definitely do not need to increase. Okay. You have your property taxes, and unfortunately that I am a renter, but wanting to go out and buy, that would be, for me, I would see it would not work out the best. Being single, I'm already being taxed for federal and state with not having any other dependents. So I really don't think that we want to increase our taxes. I believe our taxes should be decreased, and that's fine other ways to do that.
You believe they should be decreased, the property taxes in the city of Frederick?
Yeah, property tax and the main taxes, yes.
Okay. What about, you said that you live over there at Lake Coventry. Is, the West End, the Route 40 corridor has made the news.
Yes, it has.
And what are some of the issues that are important to you that we can go from immigration to crime to redevelopment? How do you feel about kind of the focus on it as some of the areas, not all the areas, because Route 40 is a big corridor.
Yes.
Some of the areas where there are some what are identified as crime hotspots.
We know about Hillcrest. We know where the skate park is, and it's going to span out to where Amber Meadows and things like that. One way that can help out that I believe that's not going to cost the city a lot of money is us as citizens be more involved. Get to know who your neighbors are. And notice when there's different vehicles or if you start seeing things that just aren't normal, speak up and do something. Because if we go back to being involved within our own communities, that can help take off some of the strain of pressure on the police officers of trying to run into every community. And we start with that and getting more involved. That would help out. And then others will see we're not going to take it. This is not a community that's going to accept crime. I'm fortunate that even though I'm on an extension of the West End, I have not seen any problems in my immediate area. And I know it's because we know our neighbors. We know when someone's going to go on vacation or who's doing what, and we can depend upon our neighbors. And I think that's what all of us should be able to do now.
What about redevelopment of the Golden Mile? Go ahead, I'm sorry.
It's needed. It's definitely needed. It's sad to see the way Frederick Town Mall is. You have the rest of the area of Frederick built up, and we can do so many other things. I know it's going to take a while to negotiate probably more businesses, bigger businesses to come into the Fredericktown Mall. But we can use that as part of as a substation to have more police officers in that area. We should also look into, I do a lot of my shopping in Montgomery County as far as clothes and D.C. What are those major stores and things that people are going up the road to get items for? Can we bring some of those stores down here so that way we can spend our money in the county? Because downtown Frederick is a lovely place. So I'd rather continue spending the most of my money here versus having to travel up the road to get things that I should be to get in my own community.
All right, talking to Sennitta Conyers. And do you have a website?
Yes, I do. It's voteconyers.org.
All right. We're going to take a quick break.